girls, welcome back for another video. It's Angel here. I'm here today to give some gems and tips and tricks on how to just let everything go, adopt a new mindset, free yourself, and just be positive. I've been thinking to myself lately that everything is really about perspective than it is about reality. Everything in life and your emotions is about how you're perceiving a situation that happened to you. The best thing to adopt to me, or policy to adopt to have a healthy, sustainable mind, is just always thinking that something is working for you and not against you. So there are just a lot of things that happened to me in my life lately. It's so ironic. I posted a video, my recent upload was about positive things that have happened in my life. You guys can watch that if you'd like. This video specifically is about somewhat of a negative event I encountered, but I'm just reframing it as something that happened to work for me and in my benefit and in my good. So, two things that happened to me. The first thing, and I'm so proud of myself because I did not cry over it. One thing about me, your girl is a crier. I'm very emotional, and it's just because I'm sensitive sometimes. Life feels heavy sometimes, and I'll be honest, I do sometimes put extra weight on myself, and I've heard this from people saying that I put too much pressure on myself, and I never really considered it. I never really see it that way. I just feel that I have a purpose in life that I'm trying to get to, and I feel more purpose driven than others sometimes. But in some events, I can put a little bit of pressure on myself for life inconveniences that the average person, I guess, would brush off. First thing that happened to me is I guess this is hard to say, which is why I said how do I say this? It comes with a little shame. It's kind of hard to say, but I damaged my vehicle that I just mentioned getting in the previous video, and I had to pay a very large expense for this vehicle. I mean, of course, this is adulting. This is a part of growing up, but you just think these things will never happen to you. They will never happen to you. And it did. So I had to pay my first big girl fine, or I'll be paying it, fine. I don't want to say fine, but it was a fee. I'll be paying it when I go pick it up in a couple of days, when it's done being serviced. You guys, I've been in a rental, and I like the rental car, but I didn't even cry when I found out my vehicle was damaged, and I don't even know how that's possible, because old me would have been in tears in 2 seconds. Maybe it's because I felt that it was repairable. So I'm trying to, these days, focus less on what I can't control. The reality is, okay, I have to fix my vehicle. It is damaged. Be thankful it can get fixed. Be happy that it's repairable, and all you have to do is pay an amount. It could have been worse. It could have been totaled. It could have been a lot worse than what it was. But that was kind of hard for me to experience, especially when something's new to you. But it's fine. This too shall pass, right? That happened to me, and I want to be in a place where I could just laugh about it, like, oh my god, that happened. But right now I'm kind of like, girl, oh my goodness, this is minus 5 adult points for that. But okay, the second thing that happened to me, I don't even know if I should share this on camera. It's kind of difficult. I lost my main stream of income recently, and I don't know how to feel about that. I've been hiding it from everyone in my life. I don't know how to say that it happened to me to them, but this I actually cried over, and it wasn't a long cry. It was just In the moment, I cried and I wiped my tears and I said, you know what? This is okay, because I was saying to myself, and I kind of feel like I spoke this into existence unintentionally, because I kept saying every day, I hate my job. I hate my job. I hate my job. And it would just come so natural. And I would think it and I would say it out loud. And I said I had to get away from my job. And it was just taking a mental toll on me. I was thinking, girl, you need your job. You're an independent woman, unfortunately. And I say unfortunately because I know some girls love the independency and it's being promoted to take care of yourself. And of course, I had to give credit to myself for being this young of an age and being able to take care of myself. But it gets difficult, it gets hard when you're depending on yourself for everything financially. As a woman, in my perspective, it helps when a man's in a picture and cares to take care of you and provide for you financially. In my opinion, it really does. But I take care of myself, and that's just the truth. So although I hated my job so much and it caused me to feel less feminine, less flowing, it caused me to feel stressed, uncomfortable, and I did not love it, and it drained all of my energy. So I ended up getting let go, and in that moment I couldn't help but think, this has to be for a reason, because this job was weighing so heavy on me. So hopefully it's in my favor. I just have no choice but to believe it's in my favor. And I'm such a symbolism type of person. I believe everything has a symbol and things happen for a reason. So like a week or two before I lost a job, my badge broke. So I had a badge that was attached to a lanyard, and one day it snapped when I was trying to lock the door with the key on it. It fell down on the ground and it snapped in half. And I instantly thought in that second, it's time for you to leave. Your departure is on the way. There are better things for you. Free yourself, free yourself, free yourself. But I kept fighting it, and I was let go. And I was let go. And I feel that it's such a relief. Even though my main source of income is removed, I'm just trusting everything will work out for me. And if I know God in how God loves me and how God has graced me thus far, I just know that things will be okay. So I can't really complain about it. So you guys, you girls, want to know what's really the caveat or what's really so funny about this situation? I am a mature woman. Like, I am in a whole new era. Everything about me is so different, because after I left the job for the very last time, I gave them everything that they needed from me. I said my farewells, my goodbyes. I went home and I sat in my vehicle for a while. And I wasn't crying. I was just thinking and assessing and rehearsing the situation that just happened and kind of overthinking. And I said, you know what? You gotta go. You gotta get up. Your life's gonna go on. You have so many better things to worry about. Your life is beautiful. You're beautiful. I was just pouring so much life into myself at that given moment. It's like, girl, you'll be okay. You will be fine. Because this job was not you. It was just a small part of what you did in a small phase. And you're still amazing. You're still worthy. You're still brilliant. You know, I was just being so nice to myself. So I sat in the car for about no more than 10 to 15 minutes. And I got out. I went into my home and I laid on the bed for a few minutes and I said, what am I doing? Laying here, just rotting my life away. I said, I'm going to treat myself. Now that I don't have a job, I have more time. Let's go on a solo date. Let's go treat ourselves to something nice. So I took myself to the movie theaters. I kid you not. And I was a little late to the movies because I ended up getting a call while I was on the way out. And I was also shooting a short form content video, but I made it and I had a great time. I went by myself. It was the first time I ever went to the movies, but I just got the worst news, or bad news. I wouldn't say it's the worst because life could always be worse. I'm alive, I'm well, I'm healthy, I'm thriving, I'm flourishing. Life could be much worse. But I did receive some unexpected news that kind of ruined my day for a second, or it could have had the power to if I gave it the power to. But I decided to treat myself. It's almost like when you're breaking up in a relationship. I treated it that same way, and instead of just being so sad about it, I went to go treat myself and celebrate. So I went to the movies. Like I said, it was super good. I seen The Odyssey, and The Odyssey, they really put their best actors, best directors, and everything into the story. It was really well crafted, and if you all seen it, I'm sure you know what you know if you've seen it. Everyone has different opinions and perspectives, but it was very well directed. It really was. The only caveat or the only downside that I would have to say about the movie that I did not like is that it was just not speaking to me on a spiritual level completely, because The Odyssey is about Greek gods, and I knew that in advance, but I didn't know the emphasis that was put on it. So it kind of made me feel uncomfortable in some parts of the movie just because of my own personal Christian values and beliefs. But okay, after I left the movies, I went to a fresh store, or the local farmers market. I went to Sprouts. I don't know if that's in your area, but I went to Sprouts in my area, and I was just planning on getting a few ingredients for a recipe. But while I was there, I could not help but to get myself some flowers. I got myself some flowers, and it felt so good and refreshing, and I felt so like just in love with the day, in love with the moment. And when I was just slowing down in the day to smell the flowers and pick them out and look at all the different colors and get which ones I wanted, it just felt really good. It made me feel like a girl, okay? It made me feel so soft and relaxed. That's what it really made me feel, because my normal day-to-day, I don't always purchase myself flowers anymore. I stopped giving myself flowers for years, and I guess expected someone to give them to me. But you know the song, I buy myself flowers, so that's what I did. I went to go buy myself flowers. So this is your sign to buy yourself some flowers. I got the most beautiful flowers ever. They made my whole day complete, and then that was my day. I went home. And after I went home, I relaxed. I forgot about everything, and I winded down as if nothing negative ever happened to me at all. So that's what happened in my life, and everything will be fine. But I was on the phone with my mother after I left the movie theaters, and I finally got to get on the phone with her at the end of the day, and I was telling her about how I went to the movies and I bought myself flowers, and the other day I went to the mall and I bought myself perfumes and makeup and things that I just think are nice but rather normal to me, but they're not normal. It's so funny that when you're living life, you think what you're doing is normal, but it's not normal. It's not the ordinary. It's extraordinary. It really is. And I was listening to a Christian video by Joel Osteen that said that you think your ordinary day-to-day life is normal. It's extraordinary. It's extraordinary for some people that want these simple things that you have and you don't realize is a blessing. So when I was sharing with my mother that I bought myself flowers and all the things that I did to take care of me, she told me when I started dating that the next man in my life will have to really step up to the plate. And I find that so funny because I was just thinking, I asked her what made her say that. I said, okay, what makes you say this? And then she said, because you're really taking care of yourself. You already do a lot for you. You already take yourself to nice places, nice restaurants, you buy yourself flowers, you buy yourself nice things. So you've already raised the bar for yourself. So he's going to have to meet it or do more. And I said, you know, that's so funny because I never considered that perspective, but it's so true. I do a lot for myself, and those things are rather grand gestures for yourself. So I implore ladies or women at any age to date yourself, to love yourself as a loved one would, especially in hard times. Don't wait for something magical to happen. Celebrate yourself every day. Every day. It doesn't matter what happened. I lost my job and I celebrated. Anytime you have a bad day, celebrate. Life is too short. Life is really too short to be unhappy, to let minuscule things get to you. Bad situations. It's just one day. When things negative happen in your life, you have to realize this is temporal. It won't last. Something is right around the corner for me. You know that saying. You know that saying. When one door closes, another one opens up. Okay? So this is my update for the day. I'm always going to be very vulnerable with you all, and I'm going to keep it real about what happened in my life. So hopefully in the next month I have some great news to share. Some exciting news to share. But on other news, I do have to celebrate myself of being 3 months into my brand new apartment. So what I'm going to do is go to a flower shop or a florist and pick up some flowers, and I'm going to make a bouquet. I've been wanting to make a bouquet for so long. Girl, you don't even know how long I've been wanting to make one. I see the videos online and I have to get myself a vase, a vase. I don't know, it's probably a vase. I know, I feel like I've heard someone say vase before, or is that a drink? I'm not sure. But I have to pick myself up a vase. I want either a beige or a white one, like a large pot. And I'm gonna put the flowers in it so they just could stand up on my counter. And I'm most likely going to do pink because I love pink. Or should I do red? But red is romantic. I'm not certain. But you all will see. I'm going to make myself a flower bouquet. And I'm also going to make myself... Oh, either thing. You all, you have to know one thing about me. I'm a baker. I bake. I've been baking for about 4.5 years. Almost at 3 years. The time is just going by so quick. 4.5 years I've been a baker, and I just do it because it helps you slow down. One thing about me, I love to feel soft. I love to feel feminine, especially when my life feels rushed or, you know, I don't like stress. So baking helps with that. Baking helps me ground myself, focus on my life, what's mattering, and it's something bittersweet about the process of it that I just love. So I'm thinking about baking myself a cake for my 3 months, or cupcakes. I'm not certain, but I do know I want something sweet, and I kind of want to make it very aesthetic, and I want to make it special for myself. And my mother was actually going to buy me a cupcake, she said, for my 2 months. But she just lives very far, so we just didn't get together in the time being. But yeah, girls, life is always going to be fine. You're always going to work everything out. Everything's always going to come together, and you have to keep that mentality. So here are my notes. I have my notes again, so I just don't forget what I wanted to say in this video. So I mentioned my mom quite a few times in this video, and I wrote in my notes, I was just thinking, my mom is such a hype woman for me. She's always so sweet and kind to me, and how she is just always there for a listening ear and to care and to reaffirm me. And I really just wanted to say, if you have your parents in your life, it's a blessing. And I think more people should value the time they have with their parents more and focus on those connections with your parents and the love that they have for you, because that's always going to be the most genuine form of love you can encounter, is the people who brought you here to this planet and to experience life and to give you love. So that's amazing, and it's just a true joy to have a loving parent, especially. And I already mentioned a lot about positivity in this video, but I really wanted to make it my motive and my plan for the rest of this year, and not even just the rest of this year, but the rest of my life. I feel that the highest version of myself, the woman of my dreams, is doing exactly what I did yesterday when I got let go from my job. She is celebrating herself even in the smallest defeats. She is still cheering herself on. So that's something I just want to spend the rest of my time doing, is being positive. Because if you're seeing things that happen for you instead of to you or against you, you're practicing a form of gratitude. And when you're grateful for things, that's how you welcome more abundance and more miracles. And when you take the worry and stress away, you have a healthy, clear conscience, and you can attract more things to you. You can attract more blessings to you, more miracles. So yeah, I'm so just proud and grateful that I'm here in this moment where I'm finally realizing that now. Because like I said, I used to worry so much about everything. In the past, this would have been something that probably sent me into a slump or a sad phase, and I'm not sad. I am not sad. I feel so free. That's all I could think about. I feel free. So the last thing, this one's off topic, but this is a little just something to be cute for the video and to have a little fun, to end it on a note. So I've been thinking skinny is in. I am a skinny girl. And something that makes me think that is seeing more natural bodies in the media, like Tyla. Her body is amazing, and she's a petite girl. I'm a petite girl, and it's okay to be skinny. All body shapes are beautiful. I don't think one is more desirable over the other, but I think it's important to love what you have and love yourself. So for me, I'm a girl and I'm a black girl, okay? So of course I had the phase where I hated being skinny. I wanted the BBL, I wanted the shots, I wanted injections, or I thought about it because I thought it would make me more desirable. I thought it would make me more in, more it. I thought it would make people perceive me in a different way or change my energy, or I thought that's what I needed. But skinny is okay. One day I will have more weight, because when you age as a woman, you naturally add more weight over time just because of your metabolism and scientific factors that we cannot help. Secondly, if I have children, depending on how many especially, a lot of women keep their baby weight, so I don't expect to always be this skinny. So what I'm saying is enjoy your features, not even just your skinny or your overall shape, but enjoy your features, the way you look, the way your hair is, the way your nose is, the way your skin complexion is. Just love yourself and enjoy everything about yourself. you're it if you say you're it. It doesn't depend on someone else or what societal factors in beauty is. That's been on my mind so much recently. I've really been appreciating my thin, petite body, and no one can make me not like it. Thank you all for joining me today, and thank you girls for being here. I just needed an outlet today, and I'll see you all on the next video. Bye. Don't forget, like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you girls on the next video.